Surprise! Hi everyone, it's D&D. You weren't expecting D&D, were you? Unless you checked Twitter like today, and then
And yesterday, last night.
Then maybe you were expecting
last
D&D.
night.
So we had kind of a last-minute schedule change. We forgot last week that we weren't going to have Scion this week. We didn't tell you that, but then we remembered that one of our Scion friends is, well, the one who's not here, you'll figure it out, is on vacation. So he gets to just watch us play D&D instead of playing Scion. But here we are. And tonight's gonna be a little different. We're a little change of pace tonight. So if you're kind of with us, if you're kind of up on the story, you know that the vanishing is still like a giant problem that we haven't solved yet, and like we have some ways to maybe solve it before it does its thing and makes everyone in the world go insane and forget everything and then die a raving maniac. We're trying to prevent that. The Ferrin is like the closest to dying as a raving maniac out of this group. So, we're on that short clock, however short that clock is, which is, it's getting pretty short at this point, we think. So we've been trying to figure out how to stop it, and we, traipsed through the Underdark for a while, and a lot of people died, and then we went back to our home city, and turns out our Rakshasa was impersonating the king and just causing a lot of chaos, so we caused a little more chaos. We killed a lot of people. A lot of people. But
That's a lot.
Yeah. But we made the Rakshasa jump through a portal and run away, and then like two other bad guys jumped through portals and ran away. And we kind of put the nobles in charge of the city and then like dipped because, there was a lot of blood and stuff. That was our fault. So we left the city and we found our friend Ephelis in his Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion, chilling outside of the city a ways. So we hung out with him for a while, tried to figure out what to do next. Our best course of action, we thought, was to find one of these escaping enemies and try and track them down, figure out what they're up to, and go from there. So we got a portal to Sadgernis, the kind of capital city in Valeus' realm, and we jumped through there, and then Ephelis was like, bye, and closed it behind us. We thought he was coming through, and he didn't, and he kept the dragon head statue, which was also a surprise, because now he doesn't like trust us to guard it all of a sudden, I guess. I don't know why the change of heart there, unless he's like evil and gonna do weird things with the statue. Who knows? Like, we talked and we were like, it has to stay out in the world because it's protecting it. We do know that. Like, that's one thing that we do know is the statue is somehow protecting the world from the vanishing. And so it can't stay in Mordenkainen's. It has to stay like on our plane. And we were going to take care of that, and then Ephelis like yoinked it away from us. So while we're in Sadgernis, we through very great detective work tracked down the Rakshasa, and found his manor where he was pretending to be a noble. And
because he told us where he lived.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of really good detective work. We had like a little detective interlude where we were awesome, and we did a lot of sleuthing and figured it out. And so we went there. We had a bit of a discussion that kind of turned a little violent. He jumped through a portal again, and the like void eye orc, half orc, full orc.
Half orc.
I mean, that's not what Grim says, and he would know.
Perspective. Matter of perspective.
Came out of the shadows, killed the king's granddaughter, which was only temporary. We took care of that. She got unkilled very soon after. And we were about to kill him, and then he told us he could get us to the Rakshasa. So we kept him alive. We tied him up. We took the granddaughter back. The king was like not 100% convinced, I would say, of our story. but didn't like arrest us or anything. Just said, we're going to do some investigating and we'll talk to you in the morning. So we headed back to the inn where Grem and the Ferrin were waiting with our orc prisoner, and Rowan and Wigbit got back there, and we thought maybe next time we came back, I don't know, it'd be the next morning and we'd go see. But first, we have this little interlude here where we're just gonna have a chat. So I would say don't necessarily expect a lot of action. There hopefully will not be any fighting. Unless Valeus sends troops, unless like the king sends troops to arrest us, and then we'll have to kill them all. But if that doesn't happen, then we're just going to be kind of clearing the air. This is a chance for all of us to have a breather, have a talk, maybe have some tea or some wine, or some nice drinks and some snacks, and maybe stage a little intervention. Huh? No, we're just talking. I mean, we're talking. We're just talking.
So, just for clarification purposes, is this happening before you go to sleep, or is this like when you wake up after you go to sleep? I don't care either way. I just for, timeline.
I think this is in the morning over breakfast, actually, because it seemed like everybody was going to bed.
Breakfast combo.
Breakfast conversation.
Just, making sure we get up early enough that we can get it in before we need to go see the king.
Okay.
Whenever you guys wake up.
Ferrin
was fairly early, and he starts cooking. He's
oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he's looking things up, and he's got all kinds of little. Because he was investigating that yesterday. He started to try a bunch of. Yep.
So there's one thing that I need Wigbit to do. I need Wigbit wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
And I will tell you the DC is really high. So looking at your wisdom save, I think you're going to need a nat 20 to actually make the roll. But
Wait, this is a save?
Oh, that's right. It is a save.
What does that mean?
Got you.
It is a save.
I have like an aura.
Oh, what is your
always
aura?
be within 10 feet of Rowan?
Just
always.
Make sure you're standing near me. You get a +4 bonus.
All right.
Crit. So let's see how high we roll.
Ooh, no, he said +4. Didn't say roll 4.
You confused me, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Drew, how important do you think this is? Are you gonna spend a penny on it?
Is it time to?
Are you gonna throw that inspiration?
So the GM Benny says, "Don't spend your Benny on this."
Okay.
It's a nice to have, not a need to have.
This is like you're right. You're not gonna wake up and start murdering your companions or anything like that.
I know you haven't tried my food yet.
It's just this is right.
Did you accidentally poison them?
So you wake,
it's hard to tell the difference between different types of mushrooms.
Like, oh, you killed the whole party. Whoops. That would be a spend the inspiration save, I think.
Yeah. Right. I would probably tell you probably need to do it on that one. Yeah. So as you get up this morning and you, the Ferrin's already awake, of course, because the Ferrin doesn't actually go to sleep. But you start cooking. Like you start cooking in the inn, like just in the room you're in.
So yeah, I probably go down and bum some pots and pans, or I don't know how I would cook yet. Did we have time yesterday to buy my cooking supplies?
I mean, Rowan bought everything in the city, so
yeah. So I bought some. I bought my stuff. And I'm just in the room. I opened the window and I'm just cooking right in the room.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Yeah, that's fine.
So as you are, cooking in the room, I guess, getting things started, you hear in your brain, I see you have been busy. Did you kill the Rakshasa? Neelan is recovering, by the way, but the vanishing is slowly killing him. And you know who this is from.
Oh, we don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. We didn't the Rakshasa disappeared before we could finish. But we may have a way to get back to him. And why'd you leave us?
No, this is your answer. I got your answer right here.
Oh.
Can I play this? I'm just gonna.
Did you say and why?
You no more, you empty-headed no more, you warfare. I march in your general direction. Your mother was a hunter, and your father snake of Avery.
I love it.
Please respond.
That was the
as
response.
such.
That was the response.
What an odd person. But did you say and why did you leave us on the end? Because you had eight.
If I had enough words, yeah.
You had 8 more words.
Wigwit starts counting and then just kind of like.
Yeah. And you receive another message that says, let me just make sure I do all the words here. I told you that this was your path, but it wasn't the path. When you are ready to fulfill it, let me know. Safe. It is.
he went Yoda at the end because he lost count.
Contraction, the last one. Yep.
I like that he. That's safe. It's.
Yeah.
He lost count. Do I have one more word or two? Safe? Does the spell end? No. It's.
Yeah, just keep in touch. I don't know if that, however Wigwit would say that. Keep talking to me daily.
Is that all you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
All right. And then you start cooking. And then slowly y'all come awake to the smells of whatever Wigwit's cooking.
There's some burning. Yeah. Do you want to try it?
I will try it.
Oh, here you go, Graham. Here you go. So I give him some food. I'm not trained or skilled or any of the things. So
You are enthusiastic.
I don't know how it
Counts
tastes.
for something.
I mean, is it let's see, cooking is intelligence? I mean, I guess
It's
it's intelligence, right?
Yeah, it's a tool set.
Wisdom, maybe
I have no
intelligence or
proficiency
wisdom.
with. I have the tool set, but
Learn it.
so I look
Can we-
good.
If you make it with love, maybe it's with charisma.
Yeah. Depends on your approach.
Right. It does
I
depend on your approach.
certainly do take a more like natural approach. So like,
Uh-huh.
like I
Okay.
make tea, but like I make it with like, I don't know.
You just
Mushrooms.
pick leaves that smell good and
Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds more wisdom based.
I mean, you can. Yeah, if you want to roll a die and see how good it is.
Oh yeah. Well, what am I rolling?
Well, if you think it's more of a wisdom based thing, you can roll your wisdom. If you think it's more of an intelligence based thing,
Yeah, you're straight rolling the skill or the
not really
attribute.
like a thing attached.
Looking for the
Okay,
cat.
it's.
Edible.
I mean, it's Wigwit food.
It's gross.
Cooked.
It's gross. You guys ate it. It's cool.
It's not raw.
But-
Okay.
It's a step up, right? It's a step up from like old Wigbit fare, which would have been like you said, raw or just
Yeah, just eating
I mean,
bugs right off the
It's
log.
like
Right.
a handful of
Yeah.
slop from the swamp. Just here you go.
He cooked the rice twice. It
Why
happens.
does it
It
call
happens
ants
to
on a
everybody.
log if it's not ants on a log?
Exactly.
is why
Yeah,
we
there's
need
definitely some curiosities where you're like, no, I'm not eating that. Like, eat around it. But yep, he's trying. And then I'll share with you. Evelus got in touch again, and he asked about the Rakshasa. And I told him we hadn't found him yet, but we were going to try and track him down. He said we were on our path, but when we're ready for the path, to let him know. I told him to keep talking to me. So I wish he'd told us before he sent us on the wrong path.
Maybe
But-
he knew we were too stubborn for that.
Oh well.
Also, it's what he thinks is the right path, but none of us really know. At least I don't.
No,
the path is not known to me, but I do follow it.
do not think trusting the cat, the Rakshasa, is the path that we should take.
No.
I don't think that we need to trust the cat, but I think that when Eldra gave the staff piece to Aphelis to give to us, that he made the suggestion that we use this to leverage Lord Franz against the Vanishing.
But that does not mean we need to use this evil to get to your Franz.
Use what evil?
The cat.
Doesn't it?
If there is one way, there is another.
I mean, you really think we should deal with this Franz? Like, what? Isn't he right? Shouldn't we just destroy the staff?
I would.
If it's evil and if he gets it, he. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if tricking the trickster demon is that is what he is, right? The trickster demon, devil,
Demon.
demon. Are the devils in hell?
Yes,
Okay.
that's my understanding.
The demons are in the abyss. I always kind of use the two interchangeably.
I think that for all intents and purposes, that's fine.
What does he
But,
look like?
What does he look like?
Yeah, have you seen him?
I've seen him once, and I saw a visage of him when we went to the cult of Vecna.
What does he look like? I know I heard he's big.
I can make a sketch. Would that be helpful?
Oh, yeah, that would be great. I mean, I kind of want to meet him, but I kind of don't.
I don't want to meet him, but it seemed like the Halaraja had a way that we could interact with him from whatever qualifies as a safe distance within the abyss.
Halaraja is the Rakshasa.
Yes.
Keep changing names on me, man. That's all right. Halaraja. What does Halaraja mean?
The Halaraja is a Rakshasa who has been coerced, who has chosen to follow Lord Franz. And these Rakshasa live within the Hollow's heart, which is a part of the abyss. And
Do you mean like Rakshasa? Is that the plural? Like more than one?
Rakshasas,
Oh,
the Rakshasas who
Rakshasai.
follow. Yeah, maybe it's I. I'm not sure. But they're known as the Halaraja. The Rakshasa that are aligned to Lord Franz are the Halaraja because they live in the Hollow Heart. And they're different, but I don't know how they're different.
what heart? The heart of the abyss?
The Hollow Heart is a part of the abyss that is there's a part of the abyss that is under the domain of Lord Franz.
So
And
do you know what
why-
he meant? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you know what he meant when he said he could take us to a place where we would be relatively safe?
And there's many layers of the abyss. And if you're on one layer, then it would insulate you from another. And so as long as we were not on Lord Franz's layer, or maybe even if we were on his layer, but not in a part where he was, then he doesn't have control on his plane the way that he would if he had the staff. He doesn't control the plane. He just exists there.
Okay, but we're supposed to, I mean, in this grand scheme, we're supposed to convince him to stop the vanishing.
But I don't know how.
Promising to give him his staff, but that's a fake promise where we're going to lie to him.
That's why I think that we need to make the staff enforce him.
So, like, you don't, so that's, do you know what that staff does?
The staff gives you complete control in that plane.
And
So if we brought the completed staff to that plane, then he would be powerless in his own plane and we would have power over him.
and you think you could do it? You think you got what it takes to control the?
As I said to the Hala Raja, I did not consider the option that we could gain control over Lord Franz. I didn't realize that we had more than one piece of the staff. And we apparently have three in knowledge of the fourth's location.
So, I thought it was 3 parts of the staff. Did we just
So
assume?
did I,
Why did you assume that?
because that's what the lore says. The lore says that the staff was broken into 3 pieces. All research that I had done about the staff said that it was broken into 3 pieces. So I took it as a point of knowledge that it was 3 pieces. But the lore was wrong.
Because I mean, I don't trust anything that
The Hala Raja could also be
him.
wrong.
I don't remember trust anything he said.
How could we find its name?
He was talking about names. Is that like
How can you learn the true name of a demon? If we called it by its true name, then we would have power over it.
Can we deal with can we not just ignore the whole that side of things and just deal with the vanishing and maybe find like a good god to help us instead of a bad one, a bad demon?
I mean, I know we're talking about several ways to bring Lord Fraz under our control, but just don't think it's that simple.
It can't be that simple, right?
You do not simply jump on the back of a dragon and control it.
I've seen that done in the not too distant past. Both of the people who did it are dead now.
There you go.
They did not fall in that battle.
I wouldn't say they controlled it though.
Killed it.
They drove it to the ground and then killed it.
Oh, my memory serves, they killed it in flurry of slashes and jumped from it before it hit the ground.
Are we going to kill this Franz?
We cannot kill Lord Franz.
All right,
It's not
then.
possible.
I do not see us controlling him with much success, even with such reins as a staff, an evil staff.
Neither do I.
Evil will not defeat this evil that is in the world.
But you need to learn what that staff does, or before you kill yourself
Or us.
or us. Yeah, kill us. How can you learn what the staff does, or I mean, can you just destroy it? Is that a thing? And can you just crack it to bits?
I don't think that it was given to us for the purpose of destroying it. I think that it has a part to play. We just need to learn what that is. The most straightforward thing to do with it would be to unify it when we need it to be unified, and then use it to control Lord Franz at that point. But I wouldn't want it to be unified before that point. I think that the longer it's in one piece, the more danger is put upon anybody around it. Lord Franz isn't the only one that wants that staff.
It would become a beacon.
For demons. So if we went the route of unifying it, then we wouldn't want to unify it until the moment we wanted to use it. And Wigbit's right, we'd need to know how to use it.
Maybe.
We'd really need to know how to use it. And I did not use it well back there against Sark. It exacted some toll on me, but I don't know what it was.
You need to be
Yeah,
careful.
was he noticeably like?
And by the way, after a long rest, your constitution's back.
Oh, that's great.
He seems better today.
Sorry,
A little sickly yesterday.
forgot that piece. But yeah, you got your one back from your constitution.
I was curious how long that was going to be gone for. So I feel better now, but after it happened, I felt weakened.
Yeah, you looked a little ill.
Using it seems dangerous.
But powerful. I mean,
You,
you used it and it worked.
we should gain knowledge of how to use it, and then we can use it well. Wigbit's right.
I don't
But
know
sparingly.
if there is a way to use it well. I don't have much experience with things like that, but it doesn't seem like the kind of thing that you can entirely control the outcome of using it, no matter how much you know.
It may be true. I think that it's as with anything, it's more reliable to do small things. And the less you try to do with it, then the better it will work.
Even small things. So, still enact its evil on the world in some way. Imagine. Not easy to hold that kind of power in. Just worry what could happen.
Well, we may have to do it if it's necessary.
But if it's necessary, then we should know how to do it. I didn't mean to channel power through it during battle. That's not the time to experiment.
Anything else you know that you're not telling us?
What do you mean?
Just, I don't know. I feel like it's always something, some new revelation that, I don't know. Figured out a lot yesterday from a few words from the Rakshasa.
I've been studying this for only the last 10 years or so. So I have some background in it, but it's not an easy thing to study. There are no sources. It's not like there's a library on artifacts from the abyss, or creatures from the abyss for that matter.
Perhaps we are seeking knowledge in the wrong place.
Now that is an interesting idea. What do you mean?
Well, a thing not from this world should not be known from this world. It would be known where it's from.
You want to go to the abyss?
No. But if we are going to follow this path of folly, perhaps there is information from that place that we can get.
Yeah. To the end of
Learning about controlling the staff, if that is the direction we go.
and using the staff or fronds or some combination to end the vanishing. I mean,
If that is the wrong decision we wish to make, yes.
I wish there were another one presenting itself. I mean, we were headed to the towers of Shar once.
But if we pale at meeting one god, do we really think we could go face a different one? I am willing to try. I would rather shoot at Shar than try to hide from Franz.
I mean, I don't know.
Still have not brought up the idea of, or delved into the idea of seeking aid from others, from gods who are not seeking to destroy the world. Do they not have interest in these people that worship them?
That is a good question. We've seen no interest from them.
Well,
But that
Rowan,
doesn't mean that they have no interest. That only means that we have not observed it.
who was it, Rowan, that you spent some time with?
What's this?
The Ferrin finishes a rough sketch.
Oh boy.
Wow. Ferrin is a good artist.
What
Oh,
Franz
he
looks
is
like.
quite a good artist.
That's a very good rough sketch.
That's what Franz looks like.
Magic and stuff. I'm sure that
He
helps.
gets to drawing plants.
Well. So he's just, I mean, he's like he's little.
He's creepy.
He's not that big.
How big did you say he was?
This guy's like that big. Look at the drawing.
No.
When he appeared in my village, he was more than 20 feet tall. But I didn't get a good look at his size beyond the massiveness of him. He is not slender like Rowan. He's massive. And he didn't fully enter the world. He couldn't. He couldn't enter the world. He just stole my village and burned my eyes.
Why'd he burn your eyes?
I think it was from seeing the abyss. They burned my eyes, but I can see through them.
Maybe we shouldn't go to the abyss if it burns your eyes.
Well, and if he cannot enter the world, how could he help the world in the first place if we were to try and strike a bargain?
He certainly had power in that space, even if he wasn't able to enter it.
But could he have power over all the places?
I don't know. I don't know why he hasn't been back. I don't know how he was able to enter. I don't know if he was able to enter because I called for him and invited him. But I didn't know who I was speaking to. It was just a voice. I didn't realize that it was attached to a demon. I thought it was attached to a god. I didn't know you could speak to demons. People only speak to gods.
Back to that topic.
We don't even know if he has the. We don't even know if he could end it anyway, even if he did have power here. Putting a lot of hope in something that we don't know much about. Do that.
And he's the demon of deception, right? He said he was like lying. And the Rakshasa too. How do you, like you said, how do you trust him? I mean, you don't. Right?
Yeah, he did not lie to me. My village, he did save them. But he did not tell the truth that he said was not. I didn't understand. I understand now.
He twisted the words, and
He
he would
did.
twist the words with us.
You will.
Do not think we want the world to be saved the same way your village was.
It can't be.
Well, then we find another way.
Guess I'd just have to imagine that Eldra must have had something else in mind than going to the abyss and trying to bargain.
That's what he said, or that's what she said, though, isn't it?
Say, go bargain with him?
I don't remember what she said.
The exact words were. Hang on. Consulting my book of notes here. Unless somebody wants to go back 3 episodes ago and let us know what they said.
What was it? What did Eldra say?
Um, well,
I want to see if you
I did
get to it first, or if Chandler gets to it first.
Chandler, let us know.
Chandler's looking.
What were my exact words?
Yeah.
I didn't write down the exact words. I wrote the idea.
Audience
I
is
don't
going to
really
come
have a-
through with the big save on this one.
Oh,
None of
man.
us know. Somebody out there might know.
So I will say, like, at least impression wise, you got the impression that the idea was, yes, you would go, the staff would be the carrot you would dangle in front of Fraz to make a bargain. That was definitely the impression. I don't know the exact words, but that was definitely the impression.
I want to think that Eldra would know, but it seems like there must be another way to do that. That's just the last report. I feel like we were. I know it's been a long time, but I feel like we almost knew more long ago than we do now. Thought we were making some headway when we were starting to figure out what the purple rings were and put together what we thought was going on.
Well, there's more people involved than we once thought. I thought it was just Char and all the bad guys were all on the same team. Now there's a couple of teams of bad guys, and supposedly this dragon head
You
statues.
guys even talk to each other.
What's that?
Like they're completely separate. They're completely separate threats.
Yeah, but how is like the fourth part? You think it's the statue, right? Or the third part?
It might be. That's what you guys said.
No, but he said you knew what it was.
He said that, but that's just his. He has no knowledge of what we know. There's no way for him to know what we know. There's no way for them to see what we see. There's no way for them to follow us.
Anyways, if we assume that is, then they're both after the same thing. And I mean,
I don't know if I'm convinced that's the dragon. The statue is like way bigger than the staff, right? Like the statue's kind of big, right?
I don't think it was that big.
The statue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the statue is like, I mean, I can fit it. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like waist high.
No. It's. I mean,
But
It's
It's
that's
not
like
if you.
the size of a person's head. Oh,
There you
we're
go.
losing it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, it's. So I mean, it's not like you can fit in your pocket type
but
thing,
it's yeah.
but it's also not waist high. Yeah.
Right.
Just I don't know if it. I mean, doesn't.
It's a
seem
piece
like,
of art that somebody got from an auction house
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah, and just continuing the crossover idea here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, the pieces that you have so far make sense. They fit together, and the dragon head just doesn't seem like it belongs.
But
When you say pieces, I mean, can you take that thing apart?
I tried taking the headpiece off again.
It comes off.
All right, so take that off. Take a look at the staff. Like, are there two pieces here?
It looks like one piece to you.
And take a look at the top part. Is the top part, like, does that look like it's two pieces?
You mean the adamantine claw?
Yeah.
No, that's one piece. I mean, at least it appears that way.
Is it like a dragon claw?
No, it's just it's sort of a nondescript, just claw.
Claw. It's just a claw.
Yeah.
And does it look like something would fit in it? Like
Like a dragon-headed statue?
well, or like is it
If it was-
spherical or
If it was the right size, you think the dragon head statue would actually be too big to fit into it. So it's not that big. You know, it's got
Possibly
like
some kind of orb.
a little opening.
Yeah, some sort of gem that's being hidden inside the dragon-headed statue.
Like a prism?
Like a prism.
I think that's why Ephesus was trying so hard to break it. He's crazy.
I don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah, I mean the prophecy literally says like it breaks and then darkness washes over the world.
Breaking seems bad.
I don't think that should be accessed until the last possible moment. That seems to hold back the vanishing. So until we know how to use what it is and how to use it, then
And where do we go for this? I mean, we go to the abyss, start asking questions down there. They have libraries. Where do you go to ask questions in the abyss?
I've only been to one small part of the abyss.
You go to the bar, the tavern, and
I've never seen much of even one layer of the abyss. And there
Everybody
are
can make
hundreds.
everybody can make an Arcana roll if you would like.
Sure.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
general.
We're good at this. We know a lot about magic.
Okay.
Oh, look at the
Oh.
plus ones.
Draven knows a lot about magic.
Graham.
Yeah, I mean, he does. I'm
Yeah.
trained.
I mean, apparently Grim heard somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think the Ferrin would probably know this, even though he rolled an 8. I think he'd probably have a +2 in there somewhere. That the abyss is obviously it's huge, and you all know this. And it's often described as a place of just chaos, and it's a maelstrom of terribleness. But there are small enclaves of civilization there. I mean, they are ruthless civilizations, but there are certain places there that, if you were like, let's go to the library of the 135th plane, they, legitimately there if you could figure out how to deal with all the demons that are lurking about. So it's a terrible place, but it doesn't mean that there's not repositories of nature there.
So
Not nature, knowledge there.
So the abyss would be great if it weren't for all the demons. Basically.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
If you can go get rid of all the demons, yes.
Good. We can just do that.
Yeah.
So somebody convey that to the idiots of the world.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
all the demons. So most of the demons aren't as powerful as Franz. He's like a big demon.
Correct.
He's the biggest one.
There are many demon lords and pit fiends. But I think that Lord Franz has gone further than others toward dominating other demon lords.
And like demons can be killed. They're not.
Demons can be killed in the abyss. I
You
think
kill them here,
I'm
they go
not
back there.
sure if they have to be killed on their own layer of the abyss or if they can be killed anywhere in the abyss.
What if we did try to kill all the demons?
I like where you're thinking, Graham.
I mean, not go and fight them, but if the vanishing can be put on us, can it be transferred?
And have it leveraged against the demons.
Hmm.
Now that's an interesting idea.
But
It
now
is a
we're
dark idea.
convincing Shar to change her plans.
Or forcing it to change.
And
We need to gain control of the vanishing and then wield it against the abyss.
Not necessarily control, just shift
Divert.
somehow.
But why not just stop the vanishing and not give Franz the staff and let the abyss stay the abyss? I mean,
It's easier to deflect than stop.
but I think we still need. I mean, we can't lose sight of the cause of this whole thing.
Sure.
Jar is behind it all.
Hmm.
We need to stop Jar first, or we won't be able to stop anything else.
I mean, the astral sea seemed more tied to the vanishing. I mean,
But how do we stop a god? I am willing to try, but it seems like death. Again.
Well, I think we first need to let the abyss be for now and refocus on Jar or minions.
can we try and track down the Rakshasa first and at least stop him from bothering us?
We can try. How do we stop him from disappearing?
Kill him really fast.
Tried.
He can shift planes at will. He doesn't
I don't
just
know if the-
disappear.
The orc man said he could do it. I don't know.
You can find him.
Okay, then let's find him.
But if we find him, fighting him is pointless.
No. Let's ask him. Maybe he knows.
I mean, maybe might not even be worth our. This might have been a waste. All of this.
Well, at least this one we've got, and he'll stop bothering us. I mean, the Rakshasa did kill the king and cause destruction and chaos in our land.
He did, but not on this.
Should we?
That's not a total waste.
I mean, it's nothing compared to the scale of the vanishing.
No, I
We
agree.
really need to be worried about. And that's the whole reason we started all of this. That's the whole reason we did any of, and that's what brought us together. That's what started the whole thing. That's why Ravi is gone. That's why other companions are gone.
That's why so many are gone. They're struggling against the vanishing.
Well, let's keep the Lord Franz thing as a plan B then. Worst case scenario. Desperate,
Here's the worst case.
desperate times and all that.
The worst case, we're weakened by the vanishing, and then Lord Franz seizes upon that opportunity.
We need to find. I don't know. We need to find my father or the pale elf or one of Shar's minions that we know about.
Tried to question them.
We need to do something. They're what's going to lead us to her. If anything we know about will.
This is so.
Should we wake the orc man first and see what he knows? Anything else?
He's not a man. He's an orc.
May as well. Well, we've got him.
Do you guys want any more pepper pancakes before I?
No, one
One.
was very good enough.
Oh, they were good though. A bit.
All right.
Pepper pig.
Got a lot left over, so I'll put them in my pan.
Pepper pancake.
He was really proud of the alliteration.
That's how he decides how to make all his food. Is by alliteration.
Oh, those sound good together.
Yes, let's wake up the orc.
So the orc is he woke up at some point in the night, and the Ferrin like conked him over the head and like put him back out again, and so he's unconscious, and so and hang on one second.
Mike did something.
Uh-oh.
Channeled into the staff.
And this conversation is gonna take a turn here pretty soon.
Not necessarily.
That was in the past.
We're gonna have to. Somebody's gonna have to hang on to that staff for you.
Wigbit was just saying that we needed to know what it did.
I'm not sure that we do. And I'm not sure that we want you to be the one who finds out.
Let's not argue about who cursed who.
So, I'm going to talk real slowly here for a minute. As you are finishing up some pepper pancakes.
Mm.
Yes.
Wigbit will one day invent banana bread and become famous for it. It hasn't been invented yet.
Wigbit's famous
It's like,
banana
what do I
bread.
have that starts with
Oh.
B that I could put in some bread?
Bologna? No, bologna bread won't do.
The
I
bologna
tried that.
bread this morning
Yeah.
is not very good.
Nobody enjoyed my bologna bread.
Bologna bread.
Yeah,
Yep.
it wasn't good.
Figured it's all a sandwich all in one.
Yes.
No.
Makes sense, right? The vegetables didn't do very well in there.
No, beets.
Beets, right? Yeah, beets and
Beet bread.
bologna.
Beet bread.
Beet bread was not that
No.
good.
No. And it kind of bled when you ate it. Like it seemed like
Yeah,
for some people that was good, other people that was bad.
Mm-hmm.
blood bread. Too salty.
I mean, that was a non-starter for a whole bunch of people.
yeah, a lot of people were just turned off immediately.
Blood bread?
Blood bread.
Blood
yeah.
bread, yeah.
No one wanted
made
it.
with blood.
Yeah.
Instead of water, use blood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading about Mars astronauts might be able to use their blood as part of the mortar to make Mars colonies.
That's a choice.
I mean, seems like you would need a fair bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of astronaut blood, you know.
I feel like that's gotta be.
So have we stalled long enough?
Nope. We're almost
Okay, we
there.
can keep
Oh, yeah,
going.
okay.
Yeah,
Just
y'all
wanted
are
to-
great actually. This is
Okay,
good.
all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Well, y'all are trying to get the orc awake. So this is what y'all
Yeah.
talking about. Is y'all
There we
like, wake him up. And
We're
stuff.
We're
just,
like,
this
you
is
know.
this is our musings as we wait for him to wake up.
Right.
We're like helping with the dishes. You know, there's a lot of like, it's kind of messy. It's kind
gotta
of messy.
scrape
There's a
some,
lot of We might need to soak that one big bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need like some steel wool. Somebody here's got to have some cleaning supplies.
Prestidigitation. None of us have
No.
prestidigitation, do we? I mean,
That'd be
How do
it'd
we
make
have a party without prestidigitation?
that'd make us a lot
I don't know.
easier.
If you only had a wizard.
I was gonna say we used to tote around a prestidigitation guy, but
What's our,
fireballs
like,
and
isn't Wakebit like tied for the highest intelligence?
yeah, I think we're all
We're not a
equally
super
intelligent.
group.
no, we're not. We're not.
I mean, yeah.
I'm at
Yeah.
12.
I got a 13.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
11.
Ferrin, you're the one I don't get, man.
He's got 15 wisdom.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
wise.
he's wise and charismatic.
You're charismatic.
Yeah.
In a,
Yeah.
It's warlock.
In
You
a
gotta be
way.
charismatic as a warlock.
It's
It's
a weird kind of charisma.
a weird charisma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Strong but weird.
it's like a,
Kind of like
very
the flavors
yeah.
you're tasting this morning.
The
It's
vibe is strong.
but weird. It's very.
It's just a weird. It's an yeah. I mean, it really makes you wonder, like, what is this guy all about? He's pretty mysterious.
It draws you in. That's charisma.
Oh, that's some 19s going on
That's
so
that's
far.
good.
I don't know
That's a
what's-
good thing.
Is it?
Probably.
I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I don't know about this staff.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't just like
Give it back to Elder and be like, we don't want this. Actually,
no, I was just like go straight to Tyr and be like, hey man,
I mean,
you want to smite something? We got something for you to smite.
I think Tyr wanted like me to do this smiting.
Yeah, that's lazy. We need to go wake him up and be like, dude, come on, you're a god. Like, what, you want us to go smite Shar?
I think that
Like-
was yeah. I think so. I think
Okay,
that's
all
what he
right. Well, then
wanted.
I guess that's our plan. Like, let's just go to the Astral Sea. We went twice. We failed twice.
The third
Third
time.
time.
Third time's charm. Yep.
That's right.
And now because we know that that's what Tyr wants.
Right. Exactly. So we'll
Yeah,
bust down the Astral Sea doors, go find Shar's towers, demolish them,
How
bury her in them.
how big was
Yeah.
Tyr?
He was human sized.
He was. I mean, he was I think slightly larger than human. Let me see. Does it say? He was a big. He was a big, sturdy guy.
But not like 20 feet tall.
No, he wasn't 20 feet tall.
Right.
He did knock me on my butt a lot. Yeah, I mean he's a big guy. Yeah, I don't think he was.
What did he look like? Did he have wings?
No, he didn't.
Horns?
He only had one hand, and he had like a
Two
big
arms?
old warhammer. Yeah, 2 arms but one hand.
Just
so yeah, and he
nothing
was
on the
like
other hand, or did he?
no, he was just like
You have like a hook,
no, he just had like I don't know. I think he just
like a
had
war
like
hook.
I think he just had like a stump, and he was like holding the hammer in the other hand, big hammer, and just like knocking me silly with it.
It's hard.
Yeah, you hit really hard.
What happened to his hand?
I didn't.
Got eaten by a wolf,
didn't.
I assume.
We didn't talk about it. Like,
I didn't ask.
I mean, we were kind of busy.
So as they are cleaning up and having conversations, the half orc. Now he's tied up, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super.
Very much.
Like with all of the rope.
Okay.
Yeah, like I put 50 feet of rope around him.
Okay. All right. So he, and his dark eye opens, and you don't really see anything. Then he opens his other eye. And you see him like look around, and it's clear like he's, getting the feel of the room again because he's been knocked over the head a few times in the last 12 hours. And he looks around, and you see him look, at y'all, and then you notice he looks over at like Wigbit, and Wigbit's like scraping some food off a plate. And he's like, let me help you with that. Is what he says.
No.
But he's like all bound up, so he's like, let me help you with that.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like a pancake?
Oh yeah,
Take one of the pancakes and feed it to him.
So I'm curious, if he will clean up this
This is good.
breakfast.
What'd you say?
I'm curious to see him clean up the breakfast.
I would love to clean up this delicious breakfast.
just trying to escape.
We
He's
can-
not.
Why would he not be trying to escape?
I think that he's bound.
Yeah, he is
Rope.
bound.
Yeah,
we have
to
rope
untie him.
around him. He's
No, I mean
completely
I
bound.
think
Neck
that
down.
he's I think that he is not in his own control right now.
So who's controlling him then?
I think I am.
Why would that be the case?
And why would that be comforting?
It's not a comforting thing, it's an experiment.
Okay,
Let's experiment. At
You
another
Can I
time.
just clean up the breakfast
That's
plates?
kind of evil, right?
Hmm?
You realize that's kind of evil, right?
It's
It's just
not.
breakfast.
Experiment on people.
and also you waited until we were all asleep to do it.
Well, I just had a few hours of time and I was just thinking about everything that had happened.
And y'all notice as Ferrin says that, yeah, his mouth goes like, and then he's just looking around, but he doesn't say anything else.
Ferrin, I've known you for quite a while now, and I want to trust you, but you're making it so hard.
But you think you have complete control over him.
Correct.
Well, then make him tell us everything.
So what do we want to know?
Who he is, where he's from, who he serves, why he's here, how long they've been here, who the Rakshasa is, where he's from, how to find him,
His true name.
his true name. Wait, the Rakshasas are... Well, yeah, well, what's his name? Do we even know this guy?
We still don't know his name.
Ask Sark what his name is. I've only seen it in the initiative order a few times.
Oh, okay. My name is Sark. I'm from, and he gives you the name of some place that
I mean, if you want to roll a history check, you can.
See if I can go 2 for 2.
Oh,
If I succeed, I'm not taking it. Let's see how. Yeah.
Oh, get out of here. Screen. There we go.
So he named Ferrin. You know this. He mentions someplace east of here. And you get the impression like he's talking about somewhere in the desert.
Oh.
But you know that's what you remember seeing in a book on a map. You just saw on a map one time. It says and I don't know, or his name is Rowan Amundi.
What is his true name?
And okay, so I don't know how this is gonna work.
I don't know either.
His head explodes.
Maybe.
Does he have a gears on him?
No. Well, I don't know.
Something like it.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
Well, so
You have a geese on him?
Not that I don't know what I have on him.
Ferrin, Grim, and Wigbit,
Oh boy.
make a perception roll. Actually, well, we'll start with perception. Yeah. All right. Wigbit's still cleaning up his.
2 once in a row.
Okay. So, Ferrin and Grim, you see as he's like answering your questions, you see out the corner of your eye, you see a fast movement, I would say, and so. So I think that what I will do here is that for the 3 of you, we can roll initiative, but I'm going to roll an advantage on his initiative roll, because something is happening, and I don't know how y'all are going to react, so you may not react at all.
So I don't know if the I don't get surprised thing helps at all.
You just got to rage first.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very good.
Fair and surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have to be raging for that to happen?
I think I can take my rage in the first round or something and not be surprised.
Right, like he has to rage. If he's going to do it, he has to rage as part of his first, as part of the action to not be surprised in a surprised round. So like to be part of a surprise round. He just rages and goes to town.
Ah.
I've got cooking utensils in my hands.
You've seen what he can do with a bag of flour, so yeah.
But I can roll initiative if.
Well, so I think you still roll initiative. It's just you'd be in the surprise
part
round.
of the surprise.
Right.
There's a button for it.
That's pretty bad.
I mean,
really
you
am
might still be
cleaning.
surprised.
Cleaning well.
So, Grim, which perception did you roll?
24.
Okay. Did you roll twice?
No. That was. Oh,
Oh, your perception. I can read words.
Oh, initiative. Right. I rolled perception. Yes.
Yeah,
Initiative is 24.
I got it. And Rowan is 14? 20.
Or.
Okay. All right. So.
You
Grim,
rolled it 3 times?
Yeah, I felt inspired.
Ah. You tried, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very inspired.
So, then Grim, you would be the one who can act. The movement that you two see out of the corner of your eye, and I guess since Wigman isn't really surprised, like he sees it, but he's still got cooking utensils in his hand. Is that you see Ferrin has whipped his glaive around and he's like going
Rowan.
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 Oh, what did I say?
Ferrin.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Ferrin definitely is not.
Wait, when he get a glaive? We already got a glaive guy. We
I'm
don't have two
worried.
glaive guys.
Rowan's glaive is in his hand and it is coming down, and he's gonna Thanos this guy. He's going right for the head.
Oh yeah.
Grim, the only one who can stop us.
So Grim, you have a chance to react before Rowan does this.
Grim grins. We're gonna go with alliteration. Continue with alliteration because he's gonna get his oath bow back. He's been wanting to kill this guy since we tied him up. He hunted this guy. Like, what information could he have? Yep.
That's awesome. All right. So yeah, you don't do anything on 24, 23, 22, 21, and on 20. So Rowan, make an attack roll.
Yep.
And you have advantage because I'm bound, and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you'll miss unless you roll well. You're really gonna make me look this up now. Come on, Rowan.
I mean, we didn't take off his armor or
I did take-
anything.
I'm not wearing my armor. So
He's
that's
still-
gonna...
No, we didn't take his armor off.
Right. Yeah, you did. Y'all took
Yeah,
him
we
in.
did.
We strip
Oh,
it.
dude, okay.
Yeah, because I said
Oh.
he has studded
I mean,
leather.
if this misses, maybe the button will get him, or the
Right.
other one. I mean, I get 3 shots.
He
At it.
ducks the first one.
Yeah, and I swing back around and
This is the kill shot. All right, so. Okay. All right. I
This is not
actually
a
do.
good interrogation technique.
I'll do it again. I mean,
No,
you might-
I think that's actually gonna hit.
Yeah, because if he doesn't have armor on, he'd need
He
a
doesn't have
plus
armor.
6 or something else
Okay.
to protect him.
Right,
Yeah, he's probably doesn't get a dex bonus.
but
That's good, damn.
yeah, that was a big number.
When he's got 1 hit point.
I
Yeah.
think you needed the one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the glaive comes across and like catches him across the head, and like the blood comes out.
This wasn't
And-
subdual.
And he's was
No.
it some dual damage? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, so he's like this, and he's like, so Sark, I'm from the desert east of here, Lord Ralunamundi, and then he just.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody, y'all are pretty close. Everybody probably got splattered in a little half-orc blood there.
What just happened?
Oh, and we're doing this in initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a
oh, we're
20.
still in combat.
Yeah, I mean, that was a 20, yeah.
That was 20.
That
Yeah.
was basically just holding.
All right.
The turn order things up. Here we go.
Well, it's going to, but we didn't put it in there.
No, 'cause
we
we
didn't have tokens.
we
We
didn't
didn't have
have
tokens to
tokens.
click on. That's right. All right. So yeah, you do anything else, Rowan? Because you took his head off. Well, mostly off.
No, I'm just putting the glaive back.
So 19 days. So I think Wigbit's on 9, right?
Okay, what is a thrown frying pan? How do you
Improvised
It's
weapon.
a-
It's a
Improvised
dex.
weapon.
is that a strike? Can I
Yeah, it's like an axe. I'd say you could do it with strength.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You just
Yeah.
don't get a proficiency bonus.
You're gonna,
Damage is
you're gonna
1
throw a
plus
frying
strength.
pan at Rowan?
Yeah. What the
You critted us.
what the heck are you thinking? Throw the frying pan at his head.
I mean, it's still 1 plus strength because there's no die roll, but
Yeah.
Oh,
how much damage
no,
am
I'm
I
gonna give
taking?
him 2 plus. I'm giving 2 plus.
2 plus strength.
He's getting 2. You get double on that one.
How
Yeah.
much? Then?
Strength is 5. Is that what you're saying? Like,
Yeah.
just
yeah,
You
Yeah.
take 7
7.
from a
Okay.
frying pan.
Ah,
bludgeoning damage.
what are you
What?
doing?
that
Are you kidding me?
that is not. That was not
What
right.
was, what was that?
That was not right. We don't. We don't make other people our thralls with evil staffs. That's not how we do things.
Bro,
it's not
that
good.
was not right. You just slit his head off his shoulders. Like, how are you?
How are you different from him? And Graham will nod to the Ferrin. You have made a decision without any of us.
He was
Both of
giving
you.
us everything.
What was he giving us? The name of the noble that we thought he was? That he wasn't actually?
What possessed you to make that decision to kill him right then and there, right when we had all the information we needed? And now you're saying that wasn't right. You just cut the man's head off while he was just sitting there tied up, and that's right? What you did was more right?
Than using an evil staff to bring him under our complete control?
Evilly cut his head off. What you did was just as evil, if not worse.
Oh, cutting people's heads off is evil now. People who kill...
Are you cutting people's heads off is evil? Like
people who kill innocent young girls to gain, I don't know, for whatever purpose they have in mind.
Yes, he's evil, but you, Rowan, you're going with him, man.
People who go assassinate.
You're going with him.
All throughout our kingdom to try and topple it and cause chaos and work for Rakshasas and demons and whoever else.
I can't even.
I'm just putting that out there. If anybody's doing it, I know Rowan, but no one's about it.
No.
Right. I'm just putting it out there.
No.
Just time wise.
Speak with dead is our next best bet.
Yeah, which none of us do.
You're going to be able to do that very soon.
He can stabilize.
Yeah, I mean, this guy.
I don't think he can stabilize that.
Is he dying?
Nah, he's dead. Mm-hmm. He's in that, like, he's close to 1 minute after being dead right now, because he doesn't have like 0 hit points.
Rowan.
He doesn't get death saves. In other words, what I'm trying to say. So.
I see.
It's too minion-y.
I thought since he had a name, then he got death saves.
No, they all have names.
No,
technically.
A lot of people with names don't get death saves.
Yeah, the good guys. Some of the good guys you have with names get death saves.
Some of the bad guys.
A few of the bad.
Generally.
But it's not. You don't. Yeah. Getting a name doesn't automatically grant you death saves, unfortunately.
Right.
In fact, can we just make that a good guy thing?
Only good guys with names get.
Only good guys get death saving throws, and then from now on we can test.
That's how.
Whether or not Johnny says you get to make a death saving throw.
Like, we shouldn't have killed him.
Your character's too evil at this point. No death saving throw.
Quick.
Look, we don't need magic to determine alignment. We just kill you. And we'll find out.
All right. Anyway, he's dead.
The Ferrin will go to stabilize.
Rowan, you're just as. I wonder about the Ferrin, but I wondered about you just as much. You just keep killing everybody. You killed every poor soldier that was under the control of the other guards.
The next time, okay. First of all, the next time I wait for you to fall asleep and then use my evil staff to take someone's mind, then we can talk about that. But as far as what we've been doing since we came back, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I've gotten the guy that's giving us the information. Like that wasn't good.
We're not.
I mean, yes, the staff is questionable, but maybe it's a means to an end.
But that's not the end.
I sometimes get aggressive because it's the right thing, but
that's not the end we're following up on anyway. I thought we had decided. I mean,
you unilaterally made that. I wouldn't use the word unilaterally.
That's a big word.
You made the decision all by yourself.
You made the decision all by yourself without consulting us. You're just as bad.
Because I'm not going to sit here and watch us again use an evil staff to control someone's mind and bring them under our power.
So you're going to use your evil glaive instead?
Here, you want to hold this and tell me if you think it's evil?
No, the way you use it is evil.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Kill without cause.
Because I don't know what's going on. I was dead and now I'm back, and I've made all my friends die because I've made bad decisions this whole time, and I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. I'm trying to do the right thing and save people and end this thing, and I don't know what to do.
But that's what
And
we're
all I
trying
knew what to
ask
do.
The guy.
What?
We're trying to figure out what to do, right? Yes.
Yeah, so we've
The
got
guy
to.
was telling us things.
I mean, the Rakshasa is not what we need to do, right? We need to go after Shar, and we need to figure this thing out, and we're just wasting time here. And if we waste too much time, then everybody we know is going to
This was
be.
a waste of time.
I mean, it was already a waste of time. The Rakshasa's not going to help us.
Yeah, but he
isn't
gets in
gonna
the
help
way.
us. What?
Last 2 nights ago, we made the decision that this was the path we would take because it was the one we could see. We
Maybe.
knew what we could do.
I mean, maybe
And
we were wrong.
And now we don't have a choice. We have no way to get to the Rakshasa.
Well, then we know what we need to do.
And we have no information about how all this is connected.
And if the Rakshasa comes up again, then we'll deal with him then.
The Rakshasa will not allow itself to be in combat with us, though.
Well, then chasing after it was just going to be a waste of time anyway.
Well, we weren't chasing after it to kill it, were we?
I was.
Oh.
I mean, eventually we were going to kill him, yes, but we were going to get the answers first.
The answers from the Rakshasa that we're convinced is going to trick us at every turn.
Well, this guy first, then maybe the Rakshasa. Apparently, the Ferrin can make people speak the truth.
Now we know that that's something that we can make have happen.
That's not the way to do it. Using that staff is not the way to do it.
I'm not sure the glaive is either.
I gave him a clean death.
It's ugly from my point of view.
Both have broken our trust.
I won't experiment with the staff unless we,
You probably should just end the sentence with that.
we can't have a powerful magical artifact and not use it to help us.
Let's destroy it.
We cannot use it to help us because it is a powerful, evil, magical artifact.
What if we can make it so that it's not?
You cannot make a sword into a shield. It is not made to protect, even if you would use it for protection.
You can clean anything, though.
Just because you clean blood off something does not change what it is.
And you can fix broken things, too.
It's not broken. It's doing what it was meant to do.
These 2 weapons that I carry are, I was told, were made by evil people.
They were.
Are they evil?
They're just they're just things.
They're tools.
They're not artifacts.
I don't see the difference. I mean, power, yes, but these are very nice too.
But they're not.
I like them a lot. They are my friends.
They don't radiate evil like that thing. I can feel it off of it.
Wouldn't that be a thing?
What?
But purifying Lord Franz's staff, making it out of his reach forever. I don't think this is a thing that you can merely destroy. If there were something that could be destroyed, it would have been destroyed already.
Unless others feel they can use its power and so would not when they could otherwise.
After Lord Franz was imprisoned, they did attempt to destroy it. Instead of destroying it, they broke it into 3 pieces. That was the best they could do. These were people of the old magic, and we know that it's more powerful than the magic we have today. But if the problem is that it radiates evil, maybe we can solve that. Maybe that is something that we can do something about. What if we made it so it wasn't?
That seems as tall an order as everything else we've said today.
Where does the path go now? We've got killed our one lead to somewhere. Maybe not the place we need to go, but it was a lead to something. But
Can I try to use the staff to see if I can speak to Dad?
Maybe the staff has had enough use for one day.
Did you think that to the GM? or did you wonder that out loud?
Yeah, I assumed that was out loud.
I asked the group because
Yeah.
you guys didn't want me.
You did say that out loud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I assumed that was out loud too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
And so
assume
Grim
it wasn't.
responded.
I wanted to assume it wasn't. I don't. Are you really talking about using the staff again on him again now?
I mean, if we could get it to find out useful information, Wigbit wanted to continue to question him.
I don't. What is your major problem with this, Rowan?
Using an artifact that radiates some of the strongest evil I've ever felt?
I don't see any evil.
I can feel it when I try to sense the evil around us. That thing is stronger than anything else that we've come in contact with recently. It's almost, it would be the opposite of the dragon head statue if the dragon head statue were more powerful. This thing is, it almost makes me ill.
Say that again?
That this thing would, in terms of the feeling I get from it, this thing would almost be the opposite of the dragon head statue if it were not quite so powerful. It almost makes me nauseous, the evil that comes off that thing when I'm too close.
Now that is interesting.
Trying to feel
it. Why do you think it came to him, though?
Oops.
How?
I'm not reading it right now.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to read it. I clicked on the wrong thing.
Got
When he came back,
noxious
this came for him. There's got to be a reason.
It came for me like your glaive came for you.
And if we have some purpose for it, then I understand that, but I don't think just using it without knowledge, what it does, what it is a good thing to do.
There's just no way to gain knowledge of what it does. Maybe there is. Maybe we can research it.
All this stuff sounds like it takes so long. Research.
I love Wigbet.
Research.
Oh God, we hate that word.
That would take at least days.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know how long.
Listen, I imagine Wigman is now gone. I think Wigman is going back to like scrubbing his pans and his pots. Really, like this is gonna take so long, and he's like scrubbing the pot. Right? He's like, I gotta get this clean.
Yeah, I'll do my own research.
He's gonna
on
scrub a hole right
culinary
into the scrub a hole into the frying pan.
All right. Well, if we are not going to chase the cat, then perhaps Rowan has forced us into the direction he wishes to go.
What is that?
Chase down his family.
Where do we start with that?
And Graham looks to Rowan.
Before we leave, we have to talk to the king here.
Why? We owe him nothing.
Wish
We
to,
said we would.
Told him we would.
wish to speak to us, and then didn't take long.
Try not to glaive him.
No reason to glaive him.
You had
Graham does laugh. Graham's laughing out loud.
I just want to remind everybody, you did see me kill this guy with radiant. Damn it.
Yeah.
So that makes it good, right?
Yes.
A holy killing doesn't necessarily mean it's good.
Can't be bad if it's radiant.
I don't know
It's
about that.
always bad if it's necrotic.
There was a beautiful golden glow as I killed him. The heavens sang. You heard a chorus of angels.
Yeah.
The blood shot right through the halo as it cut off.
splattered all over my pans I already had clean. I'm going back and cleaning the blood off my pans I already finished.
All right. Well, speak with the king. And I guess we will figure out where we are going next.
Back on the Star's agents.
I don't think we've seen the last of the Rakshasa.
Probably not, but
I will shoot it again.
no problem for another time, I think. Bras.
All right, we
Go to the-
throw body away and then go to the king.
Just put it in the dumpster out back.
Should we bring it with us? I mean, this is the. I don't know. This is the
It's
guy
not
who
a
killed
bad
her.
idea.
It's actually not a horrible
Yeah.
idea.
Bring
Like,
it.
oh,
Bring the two pieces and be like, oh yeah,
yeah,
here's
we
the assassin. We found him.
we got him.
Yep.
She can't identify him for many reasons. One of them being he has no face. But we
I mean,
got
he
him.
has a face. It's still on his
Mm.
head.
Is it really?
Face is still.
Oh, I
Okay, yeah,
thought you
there's-
I thought like you cut here.
No, I cut.
Oh,
No,
oh,
his
you
head off.
beheaded.
They went
Oh,
to.
I thought it was like right
Yeah.
through the forehead.
Oh, just
I
take
assumed it was a slash like that.
take the
People
dome off.
bottomize them? Oh, okay.
No, I was going for clean across the neck, just
Oh, okay, okay.
head off.
There you
he
go.
was,
That's
he was
fine
going. He was going for that, y'all. Come on, we know
Yeah.
this.
Go for the
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, he is.
So
I mean, we all know. We all know what happens when you come to find Rowan living in his shack. the belly yelling at people online. Listen here, this is Rowan in the Southport.
Just playing Fortnite. Love it.
and you. And whenever somebody mentions the word Shar in his presence, he gets all like angry at him. Wigwig comes and says, "We found a way to end the vanishing," and Rowan gets all serious.
Oh boy.
Oh man! And Javos is sitting there on a chair playing Fortnite, and he's like, "Don't say that. We don't say that word."
Yeah, oh boy.
Alright, so we're going to visit the king now.
Yep.
We've had our
Yeah.
morning breakfast and killing.
With two pieces
Okay.
of orc.
2 pieces. He's really a half orc now, right?
He's a half orc.
I guess a quarter orc?
A quarter orc.
Yeah, how big was his head?
Yeah. Not as
I mean,
big as the rest of them. So
Head size.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
in terms of
Statue
overall
size.
mass.
Yeah.
How much did we take off? He's a 7/8 orc.
He's a 7/8. That's right. That's right. Yeah. You show up at the gates, and they, of course, know you're here, and so they whisk you into the throne room. And I'm not going to pull up another throne room because
Fine.
I mean
It's a throne room.
we've done that.
Once
we've
you've
done
seen a
that twice
throne
now.
room,
Yeah, once you've seen one, once you've killed people in a throne room, you just So, but yeah, they whisk you in, and the King Alernus, who 2 of you have met before. There's not nearly as many people here this morning with him, and he's dressed, of course, as a king would, but he's not necessarily like decked out in like I'm holding an audience type thing. He rises to greet you as you enter, and he still has a pretty serious mien about him. And for those who don't remember or weren't here last time, he's older than King Celsus was, so he's definitely for this time, even post middle age. So I mean, he's on up there. I mean, he has a granddaughter, of course, several grandchildren. So he's definitely older. But he does not seem to have, like last night, Rowan and Wigbit, you detected, of course, a guarded, like, why are these 2 people in here bringing my daughter back type, or granddaughter back type, mentality. And today seems a little more relaxed to you 2. Grim and Ferrin, he seems like a king.
Grim's not there.
Oh, Grim didn't come?
No, I mean, the 2 of them said they had to go.
No,
Oh, okay, I
we
thought
were told to bring you guys.
Oh, you were? Okay. Grim will come begrudgingly.
Okay.
It'll take some convincing, but eventually he'll come.
Okay.
Sorry, go proceed.
But I guess one question before we have this conversation is, what did y'all do with the body? Did y'all like just drop
Bring
it?
it.
carried it up to the gate.
Y'all, like,
Grim's carrying the head by the hair. Does he have hair?
You guys all poo-pooed Duroc when he did this exact same thing, by the way.
What?
Grim wasn't there for that.
I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
it's hard.
Forgot about that.
Hold on.
I was thinking we put it in a bag personally.
You got. I mean,
Rowan's come a long way.
I was gonna say that was a long time ago. The world was different.
Rowan was different.
I would say we should put it in a bag. But
Do you
that's-
have a bag that big?
I mean,
Just wrap
Just
it up in the
carry
bed
it.
sheets.
Yeah, bed sheets.
yeah, I mean, we can obviously pay for it.
Pay the and like give him some platinum on the way out.
Right.
How much
I
do
mean,
sheets cost?
plat-
This much?
the platinum? I don't know.
Sure, we'll give you extras. Yeah,
We'll pay him some extra here and knock a few platinum off here.
And they're like, I don't even care. I don't even care what you're doing with it. Just you need go ahead and take the bed while you're at it. Just
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever you see in here that you want. Take
Right,
it.
I need to upgrade this
Yep.
place anyway.
All right,
Yeah,
so we're carrying it in bed sheets.
Classy. All right. What about the rest of the body?
Yeah, so
No,
like
but
wrap
you-
up the body
Good.
in sheets
You
and
wrapped up the whole body.
Rope
Okay.
around
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
and then the head is in a different set of sheets.
Okay.
put it in a
Okay.
pillowcase.
Yeah, do they have pillowcases? I don't know if that's a thing.
They probably have pillowcases.
I don't think so. That'd be great,
Uh,
but I figured not. So yeah, on a different sheet, we'll wrap the
Okay.
head up, and Grim will have it. No, no,
Okay.
he won't put
I'll
it
get
over
the
his shoulder.
body.
It's messy. That'd be gross. He'll just carry it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it starts dripping. The sheets get soaked.
What is that? So they the guards see you come. They of course like eye your weapons and things like that, but it's clear that they have orders to let you in. And so you're escorted in, and then again the king is there waiting. And he kind of gives you like one of those like good morning type things, and he says, "Well, it appears, at least what she could corroborate that what you were telling us last night is the truth, and Lord Amandi's house is vacant."
No sign of Bondi.
No sign of anyone. It's almost as if nobody has lived there.
Sorry
They
we
can
didn't-
teleport.
sorry we didn't get to him sooner. Or it came here and caused the same problems in your city.
So you are not here on behalf of Emilus, then?
No. Our own lord.
So we
And your ultimate purpose is to find... I think y'all told him last time.
You did.
To stop this vanishing disease that is affecting
That is
the world.
that is what we set out to
Yes.
do, yes.
It is not a disease, unfortunately.
Oh no.
No. A disease could be cured or treated. A disease could be tended to. This is a magical affliction.
See. Well, thank you for returning my granddaughter safely. She will, no doubt, not want to leave for a while, which is a shame. She enjoyed traipsing about the city. But that'll be handled in due time, I suppose. So what is it that I can do for you then? If you are not here on behalf of Emilus and you are here on behalf of a magical affliction.
Do you have any way to move against Shar? Do you have knowledge of this goddess?
I am
Scholars that may?
but a king of people in the world.
Do you have libraries that we may do research here?
We have libraries.
Wigbit's already shaking his
I
head.
can see Wigbit stressed.
What?
Highbridge and Sunford have a few libraries.
We could research Shar and Franz here.
And in the meantime, the rest of us could hunt down followers of Shar. Perhaps pick up a new trail.
Yes.
This Shar is the cause of this magical affliction.
Source.
Yes. And Lord Franz is a threat waiting in the wings.
This Lord Franz is a man?
The Lord Franz is more than that. Lord Franz is a demon. Lord Franz Blue is a demon of the abyss, waiting for an opportunity to exert influence in this world again. An opportunity the Vanishing could afford.
I see.
We also brought you your granddaughter's would-be assassin. And Grim will put his parcel on the ground.
Rest of it.
He does one of these like,
Perhaps a bit more tangible than what the Ferrin is saying.
and he'll like turn around and look at somebody and do kind of one of these like, you know, we need to get this out of here type thing. Yeah. And then a couple servants will come over and they'll, you know, and they'll kind of, and then they'll look at each other like, what are we supposed to do with this? And they're kind of looking at each other and, and then they start to do the best they can with just, you know, like
Try not to get it on them.
Yeah, and they finally like get the body, and they each pick up the end of the body, and they, you know, start to take that out. But you do see the king, you know, if the conversation continues, he walks over like to the headpiece, and he's kind of looking down, and he like, can you, and he sort of points at like your staff or your glaive or, you know, something.
Oh,
like
Grem, just with his hands, he'll just open up the, the cover. And so does Sark have hair?
He did have hair, yeah.
Then Grem will pick him up by the hairs and put him at the king's face's height.
Right, and
the king can see him.
The king will step back when you do that. Yeah, he'll do one of those, like, you know. Oh. Looks like a rather unpleasant fellow. Oh, and should have said this. Said it last time when I thought he was dead. The eye has completely gone out. So now it's just like a blank eye socket there, you know.
He was.
That's
unpleasant.
Why would he? Well, was he looking for a ransom?
No.
He was following the orders of the Rakshasa.
This was killing your granddaughter was meant to be a blow against us.
Against you?
Yes, she was being used as leverage.
I see. And about that time, the two servants come back in, and they see you holding it up, and they're okay. Yeah, and then you like put it back down.
Tosses it to him.
Oh, catch! Think fast.
Yeah, and then they look at each other again, like, and then one looks at the other one like, go on, and the other one's, oh, you know, and he comes over and he starts to pull the sheet back over gingerly, and you know. They take their time. They take more time with the headpiece than they did with the body. And they finally like lift it up and tote it out. So you have, I suppose, I'm in your debt.
Something that would be helpful when we're finished here is if you can arrange quick passage for us. Determine where we're going next.
And end aggression against Emilus. This is not the time for war. This is the time for surviving.
And they shouldn't have invaded my realm.
I think that was probably the same tricks from the Rakshasa. I think it's all misunderstanding.
It's not. It was not
It's a manipulation.
Not King Celsus that gave the order to the Rakshasa posing as King Celsus. Killed him.
Be that as it may, a lot of our people died. That's not something I can tie it over by pulling the troops out and saying it was all a misunderstanding.
But what could you do?
Would you at least talk to the nobles that remain in Emilus and try to come to an understanding?
Perhaps. Is there a particular noble you have in mind?
What's that guy's name?
Lord,
The one
Celsus's brother.
The one
Alexander.
good one.
who was the guy that helped us?
Alexander.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alexander.
Alexander Casimir. Okay.
Lord Casimir, trustworthy, has a better head on his shoulders than some.
We can probably get a message to him at some point.
Your first request will be a lot easier to fulfill than your second request. As for your first request, however you and whenever you decide to leave our city, we can arrange passage, whether it's through carriage and horse or other means. As far as your second request goes, well, we'll have to see what. Somehow I don't think telling a story of a Rakshasa, creature of legend as it would be, is going to necessarily hold anyone's attention.
The nobles
Most
there.
Most people don't even know what a Rakshasa is.
The nobles there do.
I would hope if you can help your people to understand that it was not, even if they don't understand what a Rakshasa is or what that means, then at least they could hopefully understand that it was all a ruse, a game meant to put our two nations at war at an inopportune time.
Perhaps.
At the very least, when the imposter was on the throne in Melissa, wished to label many of the citizens there as traitors and have them punished by death for whatever offenses he decided they had perpetrated against him. I would wish not to see innocent Emelis citizens put to death. Actions of chaos. At least, at the very least, I hope you can help keep the citizens there safe. Would experience otherwise. They would experience if hostilities continued. We just want Emelis to be safe. We want your nation to be safe. We want everyone to be at peace so that we can solve the thing that threatens our whole world. There will be time for discussing things and politics afterwards. There will be no time if we stop it.
Would you like to make a persuasion roll?
Oh, sure.
See how well we do this. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty charismatic.
Pretty good. Yeah. I mean, so at first when you start talking about the citizens of Emelis, I mean, obviously, like his body language was sort of indifferent. And, you know, I think background needs to place, you know. But then when you start, you know, talking about it a little more as it's a world problem right now, you know, kind of. He looks at the, you know, it was like a little spittle of blood that had dropped on the floor when the head came out, and
Grim was dancing that
he sort of looks, yeah, he sort of looks down at that little spot of blood, and you know, gives a little nod. we will see what can be done.
Appreciate your consent.
As I said, I'm in your debt. So, there is nothing else. I will see to matters.
You have a scholar or two that could come with me to help research?
I think you would probably find better luck in the city, whether it's at the libraries or if you go to the Church of to find somebody there. The knowledge god.
Eggheads.
Who is that?
I think
Who's the
Vecna's one of the knowledge gods.
Vecna is.
Yeah.
If you just go to the Church of Vecna, the Temple of Vecna.
Ayun a knowledge god?
Ayun should
Yeah.
be,
Yeah. We are marked by Vecna.
And Agma.
Didn't we gain some sort of boon from Vecna?
Sounds familiar.
Oh, the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yep.
That's still going on today.
You know, Ferrin, you're really not helping your cause by.
I'm just saying that Rowan's got a mark from Vecna, and Wigvid's got a mark from Vecna.
What
Adam
were those?
probably has a mark from Vecna.
Yeah, that's what we had to like do it to get into the thing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. About that.
Yeah, so like,
Look, we had those before we died.
Right.
We probably didn't come back with
Probably
those,
don't
right?
have them anymore.
Yeah, they probably went away.
yeah, some sort of a deification that goes away upon death.
Yeah.
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 Wig,
Mark from a god.
Wigwit probably still has his then, right?
I
Yeah.
never fully died. Yeah,
Oh yeah. I bet you still have a Vecna mark.
never finished the deed.
Yeah. I think Agma is also a god of knowledge. Yeah, Ayun is I think a lesser god of knowledge, at least according to. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Says go and
So we're looking for a temple to Vecna.
Nope.
No, I need Rowan to not want to kill me.
I mean, you know where one temple of Vecna is. You just got to go back to the swamp.
Way over.
Yeah, man.
That's true.
That is not
Gonna be
efficient.
Wigbit's future home.
That temple.
Yeah,
It's part of his swamp.
gonna convert it.
Yeah.
Ah. All right.
So what is our plan?
Apparently, research.
Spending weeks in the library.
Weeks. Oh, we can make all those rolls. We'll be fine.
I don't know if the
No, I'm
Ferrin.
gonna get a bunch of acolytes together and see what I can get done.
Accolades like research assistants.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, y'all do have tons of platinum,
It's true.
Acolytes. I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, you need some platinum.
I mean, otherwise, this is a city. I'm sure, like Melissa has potential followers of Shar we could try to hunt down. Like I said, try to pick up, or Grim said, try to pick up a trail.
Okay.
That's an idea. I don't know if
Do
we
we
like
think
it.
that Shar was based here? I mean, I think
Just go kill a cultist.
Start
Two
killing
gold.
cultists, man. That's when you don't know what else to do. Just start killing cultists.
Right.
Two money every time.
Yep.
just to like rewind and
Kill cultists.
get it right in my head. The siege on Emelis, like the half elf showed up and was
Yeah.
like making all kinds of threats. Did he imply that the army was his, or no? Was it just like because like
I've been trying to remember that also, and I
The
don't know if he
Rakshasa.
implied it or if we thought that, and then he just let us.
Yeah, I don't think he ever really like
Committed.
suggested that.
No.
Yeah.
and so the Shar folks that we've met were like there was an army that was like they were like the Shar folk.
Well, and some of her people were there, like my brother who I killed in the street, one of hers.
Right. Well, in the original like encampment, we went out,
Yep.
whatever.
The wild folk.
Out west for.
And then Ephilis went to like have a wizard battle. With
Needed help. Yeah, he needed help from the wizard tower guy.
But I'm not saying like this city wasn't necessarily a Shar like city ever.
Where we are now.
Right.
No more than Emilis that we know of, but
right. And did we ever figure out? Didn't we decide that this Virex realm's people showed up awfully fast? Like, didn't we think there was some teleportation involved?
Yeah, they got there in position much faster than possible.
So
yeah, and that was with the help, and you would know this through Vale. That was with the help of the Lost Eagles, Johnny? Of the Lost Eagles. So the Lost Eagles help set that up, and that's where Vale first saw creepy guy who eats arms. I forget who his name is.
Molly Diaz?
Yeah, the Molly Diaz. The Ferrin likes.
His buddy,
the Molly Diaz.
Not buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, come on. If you can like an evil staff, you can like a Molly Diaz.
Yeah, that's true.
You and the Rakshasa seem like you go back.
Yeah,
like,
you two are ready to hang out.
Yeah.
Have a beer together.
Yeah, a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
I think there's just, I mean, the Ferrin's been around a lot of evil.
Uh-huh. What does that do to a person?
Yeah. Or like, I mean, maybe there's there's a reason he's, likes to hang out with those types.
Right.
Makes him feel good. He's a good guy.
That's right. Comparatively, he's the good guy.
A relative good guy.
That's why he always says he's a good guy.
Yeah, with demons in the abyss.
I'm not as bad as these guys.
No, he's not bad.
So the Ferrin's plan is to research, and y'all's plan is still in discussion. Is that I just want to make want to make sure I'm following the bouncing ball here. Okay, all right, go ahead.
And what is the Ferrin researching? What is he telling us he's researching?
No, he's researching. He's going to research the staff, and he's going to research bronze or blue because this is a new library which might have new information on it. And he's going to research purification of evil artifacts. And he's going to research Shar.
So three of those things, he's reading books, and one of them he's like, oh, is there like a private study room? And like takes the librarians in there and just like, all right, let me see what the staff does. Just hang out real quick. I gotta do some research. Just hold still. Go.
The Ferrin walks into the library and says, "Excuse me, do you have the Book of Vile Darkness here?"
Looking for the Darkhold.
Like I just want to skim it.
Okay, that's a tall order of research there.
He's gonna also ask for some help,
and also the wrong order, I thought. But...
Yeah.
I mean, not for him.
I know. Like...
He's playing his character well.
And I wrote it down in the order he told me to. So,
yeah.
I need your books on these three things, and like, if you have any Shar stuff.
Shar?
It's not a big deal.
Shar.
Shar.
That
was other table. Yeah, it's good. Like the vanishing is a really big problem, and I get it. But
you're sometimes gonna die of it, and like
sometimes personal problems are more important.
But like on the list of problems, really, like where is the vanishing?
I mean,
I really break it down.
I've had this Froz problem for like 50 years. This vanishing problem's only been around for what?
Like a month?
A few months, maybe at most. I mean, come on now.
It'll probably just roll over.
Yeah.
It'll die out. People just start wearing their mask.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we've hit the peak. It's all downhill. We'll find
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, there definitely won't be a variant and a second peak at any point.
We might just have to let Ferrin go in a week and get his crazy ravings to solve.
He
the
might be
vanishing.
gone in a week.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But he's going to go nuts before he goes, and
Yeah.
he'll tell us the answers.
See, that's the thing. He's going to keep denying the vanishing is a problem until he dies from it. And he's going to be the first to
A little
die
bit
from
crazy.
it.
A little bit crazy.
Well, you're the one that keeps on saying that we need to get the attention of good gods, so maybe we just need some thoughts and prayers.
The one time thoughts and prayers actually makes a big difference.
Yeah, we're gonna get some clerics, and we'll get some thoughts and prayers from some clerics at a really high level.
Well,
That'll
If
cure the
we-
vanishing.
if we had any conservative viewers,
Yeah.
we just lost them.
I don't
Yep,
think.
they're gone.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
well.
okay with that. Not feeling too bad.
But
Back on topic.
Johnny, when did you create the vanishing, by the way? I'm just out of curiosity.
It was well
it
before.
was
it was-
before. It was before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
It
just,
was,
in the
I'm
before
just saying,
time.
you gave somebody a really great idea.
oh, that's true. Maybe I did.
Oh, that's what our first viewer did? They're like, oh, yeah.
I'm. It's my fault.
Yep,
All right.
that's
cool.
what we just figured it out.
But in answer to your question about the question of where we like the elf and the army, that was y'all concluded that. It was never said by anyone.
The elf did. He's the one who dropped the brain
He did drop the brain.
in Mid City.
So meet me at the graveyard.
Pretty nice touch, I gotta say too.
It was
pretty good.
It was very dramatic.
I mean, it was effective.
I
We did
enjoyed
not
that
meet him in the graveyard.
Yeah.
We're like, no,
Yeah.
clearly not.
But I think
But then he threatened,
But,
like, if you don't, then like I'll destroy your city.
he
Yeah.
did say that. Or or your city will be destroyed.
Right.
But I think like the general trajectory was like we thought, oh, maybe he caused this army to come here. Oh wait, maybe they're not connected. Like I think by the end of or like as the battle was going on or whatever, we kind of arrived at the like, oh, this just sort of happened and he's like taking advantage of the situation and these are unrelated.
Right. Okay.
And I guess the rest of us are going to try to figure out how to find Rowan's dad so we can kill him. I mean, question him.
Or
But what are we going to do when we find him?
If we start questioning him, then Rowan will kill him.
No.
That's the order.
So only make statements at him.
No, if
And he
you
should
can,
be fine.
You can question him all you want, just don't take over his mind with an evil staff, you know, in the night when you know you're doing bad stuff and you have to wait for everyone else to sleep. We can question him like normally all we want.
That's not effectively.
Not with a demonic staff.
Right.
Got it.
It is a demonic staff.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good. All on the
All
same page.
So we're going to search Sadgernis
Yeah,
while
I
the
mean,
Ferrin does research in Sadgernis.
yeah. I mean, what I would maybe suggest is see if there were any weird like disappearances, killings, people dying, you know, stark raving mad, I don't know, purple rings, like the same kind of stuff, like all those things that we were seeing happen in Emelis. Like, are there signs of that here? Are there people who've seen these things? Like, can we find those
Houses
kind
being
of same,
broken into.
yeah, those kind of same signs here anywhere? Because that would be, I mean, that would be like probably the most obvious kind of clue we could find of Star's agents being here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else we're planning to do?
Big bit will sneak in some culinary research.
Yeah. That's not wasted time.
Just real quick, just like, ooh, just 1 second. I'm gonna buy some of these, or I want to taste that.
Okay. So we're gonna pause right there and pick this up next time in searching Sadgernis for answers here. However, just something to think about as we head into next time. These are not going to be quick tasks.
No.
So that is something that we need to consider, because even research of the magnitude the Ferrin is looking at is not going to be like, in an hour I'm going to have all my answers. This is pretty obscure.
I'll probably get them in an hour.
Pretty obscure, hidden lore. I mean, not hidden lore. It's just not lore that's out there. And not every library is going to have like, hey, can I get your latest edition of Prince Fraz, the Lord of Deception, Volume 3. I mean, it's not going to be just something like hanging out.
Yeah, Demons Weekly.
Demons Weekly, right? So that's not going to be like a quick task. And then, searching the city will be. You're going to find clues, but where those clues lead are also probably going to take some time. So just something to consider when you think about what we're going to be doing next time, because the clock is ticking on at least one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's going to be like a hard stop to time instantaneous. And it might be like...
I don't know. 5 days from now, I think.
I don't know if even that long.
I think it was 5 days. I think 5 days is when we're going to realize there's a hard stop. I think we're going to be reminded.
I think maybe we should leave sooner than that.
Wigbit and Graham at least will get aboard and just go to the Abyss or something. So
yeah, and be like, you know what? Let's just go kill him. Like, the Ferrin can't seem to get over it. Let's just help him get over it.
Yeah.
Either the Astral Sea or the Abyss. Be ready for
I'd say Astral Sea. Like if we're going to go somewhere, let's just go to the source.
Yep.
Well,
Worst thing that happens is we all die horribly, and
I've already been there. Choose a new plane to go to.
but we haven't been to the right part of it.
We haven't got the towers yet. The space towers.
Yeah.
Good plane hopping.
We could just flip through the planes and be like, that one.
Let's go over here.
The prophecy does say towers plural. Wigbit.
What does it say about the towers? They collapse?
They're crashing down. Yeah.
All right. Well, one has crashed down.
We just have to go crash the other two.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go crash the other ones.
Yep. We just have to go wreck them and then.
Yep. Easy enough.
There's probably a tower in the city somewhere.
Yeah, just smash that one. Just smash all the towers.
If we get bored enough.
Don't let any towers survive.
Yeah, smash all the towers.
Yeah. One of them's got to be the right one.
I bet Ephesus already put the dragon head statue in water.
He probably did.
He's the worst.
Oh, that's a good point. Let me write that down too. Ephesus put statue in water.
We'll find out next time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at some point we might have to go interrupt Ferrin in the library and be like, hey buddy, it's time to go. I know you didn't read every book here yet, but
right.
You might be a lunatic.
It might literally kill you.
Yeah, you might be a lunatic.
Well, the advantage is that the Ferrin doesn't have to stop for things like sleep.
True.
It's true. Get an extra 8 hours of research.
Yep. That means that every 3 days is a bonus day.
Yeah. But it's still 3 days.
It's a lot of days.
So when you only have 6 days left or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. You're going to use 50% of your remaining time on this.
How do you want to
reading.
spend your remaining 6 days? Just in the library reading?
He's a scholar, man. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or do you want to go to the Abyss for one last joyride?
Now y'all are pushing to go to the Abyss? I mean...
Wigbit's just going to get bored.
I mean, at least half the party is going to the Abyss.
At least something's going to happen if we go to the Abyss. I can promise that.
If Wigbit and Graham are going to the Abyss, and the Ferrin's going to the Abyss.
Oh, no. You're the tour guide, man.
Look, if you guys all split up and each take a plane, y'all can knock this out.
That's true, actually.
That is an idea.
It won't take too many centuries. Just pick a plane.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of levels of the abyss.
I'll take the Feywild if that's okay with everybody.
That's not an abyss layer.
No, I would, but it's a plane.
It is
I'll take
It's a
Mount
plane.
Celestia, please.
It's a plane that Grem would enjoy more.
No, we need the 176th
No.
layer.
Never mind. He'll just go back to the Shadowfell. Forget that.
That's where it's at.
And there is something there for you.
Yeah,
There-
he's got a job waiting.
In the Shadowfell?
Yeah, I mean, technically, he kind of left without, getting leave to help you all stop the vanishing.
I don't know if Grim is ready for that task yet, though. It's one he needs to wait a little while longer.
A couple more levels.
Couple more laps. But yeah, all right, we'll pick this up next time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. And we'll see what secrets Sadgernis reveals. So
Sadgernis secrets.
yes,
Alright.
Sadgernis.
Already
Write
got
that
an
one down,
episode.
Wigbit.
Yeah, it's a new kind of candy.
Yeah.
Oh, I like secret. What a secret.
So yeah, we'll be back next week with something. We'll let you know. All right. See everybody next
Bye,
week.
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.